Hey Barbies and Kens! Today for you guys, I'm going to be telling you a funny story that happened to me in my past. It wasn't funny at the time whatsoever, but looking back on it now. What do you want? What? You're ruining my video. I can definitely laugh at how stupid it was and just the whole concept of it. So I'm gonna tell you my funny cheating story. I will not be using any like real people's names that were involved in it, except Danielle, because Danielle was with me and she doesn't give a shit if I use her name. So let's get started to about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was dating this guy for about like 6 or 7 months. I was doing YouTube at the time, and things went sour, and we just kind of didn't talk or see each other anymore. Until that was like a week later after the breakup, when I saw him at the mall. And he kind of walked past me, and I kind of looked at him, he looked at me, and then texted me and told me to meet him outside. He was smoking. So I went outside, and he gave me his load of bullshit of that he still really cared about me, he still really loved me, and he proposed in front of everybody who was sitting outside. Not to mention, this was a time in the winter, it's pretty cold, and it was pretty awkward. We talked about stuff like that in the future, but he never actually did it, so that was kind of weird. So I wasn't sure if I should be taking this seriously or just taking this as like his haha joke. So we ended up going back in together holding hands, and in the mall there was this down area where you could sit, and there's like phone chargers and stuff, and I was just saying like bye to him and stuff because I was leaving with Danielle to go do whatever. He was leaving with his friends for dinner, and he had his sister with him. So I was like, okay, well, you know, like, I'll see you, blah, 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 like, just text me. And I even, like, clearly said that I didn't want to jump into anything. Like, this is just, like, I don't know, like, us talking, but I didn't really, for once, I just didn't want to jump into anything that I wasn't, like, 100% sure of. And that anymore, I was not 100% sure of. So he was like, alright, bye, I'll see you, and everything was perfectly fine, it was good. Until I went up the escalator steps, and I just started walking in the opposite direction up top, and something just told me that I should just look down. I should see if he's still there. Something just told me that I needed to look down. Okay, so I went with my instinct, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna look down. So as I'm looking down over this, like, thing of the mall, like, I don't know, like, balcony, whatever you want to call it, there's this metal sign there, just hanging out. I don't know, had something written on it, I didn't read it. And I kind of just looked down, and before I left, there's a bunch of girls on the other side of the room doing whatever the fuck that they do, and I looked down, and he was talking to the one, he has his arm around her waist, and it was just like, fuck no. Really? Let's vacuum. Okay, anyways, so when I saw that, so much anger, I think, from over the last 6 months just built up inside of me, and I took my fist and I punched it into the metal sign, and it was loud as fuck. And everybody kind of just stopped and looked around me, and well, even before that, it was either before or after that, I think he looked up at me, but no, I did text him before that. I texted him before that, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm in the car just leaving to go to eat. And I think that's what set me off, that he just totally lied to my face, pretty much, because I saw what he was doing. And that's when I punched the sign, it got really quiet, people were staring at me, and you could definitely hear it from down below, and he was looking up at me. And I just totally stormed away, and then he's texting me. I had his one friend run after me. I was in tears, like, I couldn't contain myself. I just sat there bawling, I didn't know what to do. Because, like, that was just so fucked up of him, and even his friend was like, yeah, he did this throughout your whole relationship when we went to parties and stuff, and he just did it now. I mean, since all of this, he has, like, apologized to me and everything over the phone, but it's still not okay, and I was just so upset. And even his friends were like, that's totally wrong. And then he tried to play it off that that was like his old friend from high school. He was like, yeah, that was just my friend. I'm like, you don't take your old friend from high school around the waist, and like, that's just too much. So I let it go and pretty much never seen him or spoke to him ever again, which I think that's the best terms to be on. So, was I stupid? A little bit, but it made it out to be a great fucking story anyways, so I really can't argue with that point. If you guys liked my video, please thumbs it up. Comment below if anything this crazy has ever happened to you in a relationship. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm Sunset50100 at Instagram and Twitter, and also my Facebook page, which is linked all down below, official Gabrielle Regina. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.